Hello people, welcome back to my channel. So this is Sew with Pivot. So today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful keyhole Boubou kaftan dress. So enjoy. We'll be making use of 4 yards of African print, that's Ankara fabric. Okay, so I folded my fabric into four. So I'll measure to get my gown length. The gown length I'm working with is 55 inches. Then I added 2 inches hemming allowance plus sewing allowance for the shoulder. So altogether I'm having 57 inches. Now from my shoulder point, I'll mark down 31 inches. That's the first line. Then secondly, from that shoulder point to, I'll be marking 38 inches. So I'm having two lines, 31 inches mark and 38 inches line. Let me turn it so that you see it clearly. So this is what I'm talking about. So next I work on my neckline. I'm using 4 inches width and 4 inches depth, both for the back and front. You know, I want a neck that is wide enough for my head to pass through. Not too wide, not too small. So 4 inches depth, 4 inches width is okay, it's perfect. Then on the shoulder point, I'll take down 2 inches for shoulder slant. So we'll slant it this way. Next, I'll take my cut together sleeve measurement, and what I have there is 20 inches. So I measure it out this way. So depending on where you want to have your sleeve, we can have it up there. We can also have it on this line. So my round sleeve is 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches plus 1 inches. I'm having 8 inches. I might decide to still change my mind and put my sleeve up, but let's just keep going. Now on that 38 inches mark, I'm going to measure my hips measurement divided by 4, which is 40 divided by 4, which is 10. Then I'll add 3 inches. This 3 inches is both ease allowance and sewing allowance. So from there, I'll connect it in a C form, in a curve kind of form to the second line. So that is 1 inches line, just like I did here. Just like this. Easy. So we'll take it straight up. Now on the hemline, I'm going to take what I have on that 38 inches line. That the measurement I took there, that's what I'll be putting down here. However, I added 1 inch because I want it to be very free. Kind of an A line, not really an A line, but just 1 inch so that it will be very free. So I had 13 up, then I added plus 1 inch, that's 14 inches. So I mark it and then connect it to this other line. That's what we have. So next we are going to cut off. So while cutting the shoulder, I left like half-inch allowance for joining. So now we want to work on our waistline measurements. Now the half cut measurements for this customer is 16 plus half-inch shoulder allowance, that's 16 and half. However, I'm going to minus 1 inch, that's I'm working with 15 and half. I don't want a situation where I'll be done and then the half length is coming down, the belt is coming down. So I want it in place. So I minused 1. Now on that line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4, and I have 32 inches divided by 4 here. I have 8 inches, and then I added 3 inches and I marked it. So next, I'm going to go 1 inches upward, 1 inches downward. Next, I'm going to take 1 inches to the left and 1 inches to the right. You get, so I took 1 inches all around, and then I'll connect it all to form a cycle. So I'm going to be using my scissors, to make a hole, to make an incision at the center, and then cut off my circle, just like you can see me doing. So this is what we have. Please, if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, let's continue. So this is what we have when we open it up. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead to sew up the shoulder measurement. And right here, I changed my mind for the sleeve. I don't want it where I measured it initially. I don't want it on this line anymore. I'm going to be taking my sleeve measurement up on that shoulder line. So I'm taking 7.5 inches here. That's where I want my sleeve to come out. So I'll be taking this measurement on both sides, that I'm taking out 7.5 inches. Next, I'll go ahead to sew up the remaining part of the shoulder, and I'll do the same thing here. So after doing that, this is what we have. Next, I'll go over to sew up the sides. I'll sew it up like this. I will also go ahead to finish up my neckline using a bias strip. So I've done that. Next, I want to be working on this circle, this our keyhole. So what I'll do, I'll fold it in like this, just like you can see me doing. I'll fold in the down and then fold in the upper part. Then I will use my pin to hold it down. No, I don't want it to move. I want to be sure that I'm pinning the right side. So I turned it over like this. So I will hold the two fabrics like kissing each other. I'll hold the two fabrics like this. Then I'll remove my pin. So at this point, I can repin it and then sew it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just watch carefully at this point. Ahead to notch after sewing, and then I'll turn it out so that you see what it looks like. This is what we have. So you can go ahead to give it a nice press. So I went ahead to fold up that sleeve side and then I sewed it up. I also went ahead to finish up my hemline and I just folded it and I sewed it up. Okay, for the belt piece, the width of my belt is 5.5 inches, while the length is about 65.5 inches. So I'll bring the two edges together like this, then fold it into two, and then cut it slantly. So let me say I took about 1 inch there, half to 1 inch. So you just cut it slightly like that. Then you fold it into two and sew it. And voila, this is the outcome of our dress. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.